and storied factions. For fans who have been following the saga of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, this segment, the Bloodline, a legacy of power and dominance. The Bloodline has long been synonymous with dominance in WWE. Led by the tribal chief Roman Reigns, this faction has elevated the concept of a wrestling dynasty to an art form, blending family heritage, strategic alliances, and sheer in-ring talent. Alongside Roman, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, have been instrumental in solidifying the group's control over WWE storylines, championships, and fan attention. Their blend of loyalty, aggression, and undeniable charisma has made the Bloodline a force that other wrestlers and factions struggle to challenge. Jacob Fatu, a powerhouse known for his explosive athleticism and physical dominance in the ring, has been carving out his own reputation as one of the most feared competitors in professional wrestling today. Adding him to the Bloodline represents not only a strategic boost in raw power, but also a symbolic merging of wrestling legacies, connecting Samoan heritage with Fatu's own lineage and expanding the faction's reach in WWE's storytelling universe. The tension builds. Jimmy Uso steps forward. The segment began with palpable tension. Roman Reigns, as usual, exuded a commanding presence, his every word calculated to maintain control over both the storyline and the locker room dynamics. Jimmy Uso, however, stepped forward with a fiery intensity that could not be ignored. Unlike the usual quiet loyalty often displayed by faction members, Jimmy's tone was urgent, insistent, and passionate. Addressing Roman directly, Jimmy made it clear that this was about more than just winning matches or expanding the faction. It was about protecting the Bloodline's legacy, reinforcing their dominance, and ensuring the family name continued to reign supreme. Every word he spoke was loaded with history, reminding fans that loyalty to the Bloodline isn't just about being part of a wrestling faction. It's about preserving a generational legacy. Jimmy's insistence on adding Jacob Fatu carried multiple layers of significance. On one level, it was a call for raw power. Fatu is a force of nature inside the squared circle, and his addition would make the Bloodline nearly unstoppable. On another level, it was a challenge to Roman's leadership. By demanding this, Jimmy was subtly testing Roman's willingness to embrace change, accept outside strength, and expand the faction in a way that could either solidify or destabilize their internal hierarchy. Roman Reigns' reaction. Authority meets strategy. Roman's response was characteristically measured but loaded with implication. Every glance, pause, and subtle nod underscored his role as the controlling figure within the Bloodline. Reigns has built a reputation not just as a dominant performer, but as a master strategist, someone who understands both the psychological and physical aspects of leadership. Roman listened carefully, weighing Jimmy's insistence against his own vision for the Bloodline. The tension in the arena was almost tangible. Fans could feel that this moment might define the faction's direction for months to come. Would Roman see the merit in adding Fatu and strengthening their collective dominance? Or would he interpret Jimmy's demand as overstepping boundaries? This dynamic adds an intense layer to the Bloodline storyline, blending family loyalty, leadership challenges, and raw physical power into a narrative that keeps WWE audiences on the edge of their seats. The significance of Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu's potential inclusion isn't just about numbers, it's about wrestling identity, family heritage, and symbolic dominance. Fatu, who has already made waves in various promotions for his agility, power, and magnetic in-ring presence, embodies a style that complements the Bloodline's existing members. His addition would allow Roman Reigns and the Usos to pursue more ambitious storylines, defend championships with even more authority, and dominate opposing factions with a level of intensity rarely seen in WWE. Fans and analysts alike have speculated on the ripple effects of adding Fatu. Not only would he bring brute strength, but his presence also adds unpredictability. Opponents who thought they understood the Bloodline would suddenly face a new layer of threat, a wildcard who could change the outcome of matches in an instant. Strategically, Fatu's inclusion could elevate the faction's status to near untouchable levels, making the Bloodline a faction not just of heritage but of sheer wrestling supremacy. Fan reactions and backstage buzz. The WWE Universe reacted immediately to Jimmy's demands. Social media exploded with speculation, fan theories, and heated debates about the future of the Bloodline. Some fans praised Jimmy for his boldness, interpreting it as a move that demonstrates both loyalty and tactical thinking. Others debated the potential implications for faction dynamics, questioning whether adding Fatu could create internal friction or power struggles within the group. Backstage, sources suggest that WWE writers and executives were equally captivated. Jimmy's insistence was more than just storyline. It set the stage for weeks, perhaps months, of layered storytelling. Wrestlers and producers reportedly began planning sequences, promos, and matches that could incorporate Fatu's eventual inclusion while exploring the interpersonal tension between Roman, Jimmy, and Jay. Every camera angle, promo segment, and match outcome could now be influenced by this moment of backstage drama translated into on-screen action. The broader implications. Adding Jacob Fatu to the Bloodline isn't just a single storyline. It has far-reaching consequences for WWE programming. Championship pursuits, faction rivalries, and pay-per-view events could all be impacted. Opposing factions may attempt to exploit any potential divisions within the Bloodline, creating suspense and intrigue for months to come. Moreover, Fatu's presence opens the door for fresh matchups, high-stakes multi-man bouts, and dream matches that fans have long desired. On a symbolic level, this moment reinforces the Bloodline's commitment to family, loyalty, and dominance. Jimmy's demand shows that legacy and lineage matter just as much as championship gold. WWE has a rare opportunity to tell a story that combines personal stakes, family drama, and athletic excellence. A trifecta that resonates deeply with wrestling audiences around the world.